Welcome back to Factorio Megabase-In-A-Book. My name is Nilaus, and we are going to continue on our magical journey to build a lot of science here. And yeah, I'm sorry about skipping one day of Factorio last Sunday, but I'm sure you will survive. I had some really cool event going on Twitch, and I know some of you joined as well, and it was super awesome. So we are back to our regular scheduled program here with more megabasing. First thing we're going to do is, of course, not the last one, and this one, so we can get on with the expansion of solar panels. The fact that it's not even on both sides kind of bothers me, and I'm sure it bothers you as well. What we're going to do today is the blue science. The reason why is, well, we got done the red science, the green science, and the next one is blue. I don't think I'm going to be building like them all at once, one after the other. I might need to do some overhaul of the train systems in between. I mean, need to do some kind of way to get the stuff back here in the base, because that's super important. I don't really think I'm gonna need the artillery train. It just doesn't seem that valuable for us, like building artillery outpost and shooting. It's just easier to send out my army of spidertrons out there. So far as well, as long as we push these back, we are okay, sort of defense wise, with our patented not a wall. Oh, that's actually not a very good not a wall. I think I actually want to update that one, so let's send some of these down here. But that's not what we're going to do. We are going to head on over to our new location. The new location will be over here. I built the red and green here. Red and green are close to the iron and copper, so that seems reasonable, and also relatively close to the green. The blue will be using a lot of red science circuits, so I want to build it out here. And that means we go to this location. While we're going there, let's use our setup here to build another row of that one, and also do the same thing on this side. Let's have to be a bit careful though. Is it going to make a new way in? Yeah, it actually is going to make a new way in. That's going to be fun. And once that is done, then we can take this. Will just help build the roboports needed to spread it out here. Get that going, and we should be arriving at our new location. So this location will be, let's look at the production for the blue science. It is going to be sulfur. We have that already produced in our, what should we call, the refined oil build, oil process build. We have the red circuits, that's good. Engine units, that's not something we're going to build a separate unit for, but engines are iron and steel. So if we bring iron, steel, red circuits, sulfur, inbound, then we can take one more outbound. That's the fifth one, is going to be the outbound. And if we look at stuff that has 4 inbounds and 5 and 1 outbound, that is certainly within the reach of what we can do. Let's see what we actually have of that one. 1, 2, okay, not really good though. This one, 1 inbound, 2 inbound, 3 inbound, 4 inbound, and then 1 outbound, and then this thing is weird. So we are going to start by doing the same as this. I think that's probably going to be a good place to start. Get that sorted out. Power poles are in the way. Get that. Oh, jump out the train and build this. I know that there are many different ways of doing, and you may think that, or may feel that I'm building the same thing again and again and again, but every single one is slightly different. And the ones that are not different, they are the ones that, well, the ones that are different, the ones that are not different, we'll just copy paste it. The ones that are different are the ones we actually have to do something about. I think I want to make sure that it does not go in here, because that's kind of not going to be a great situation. I'm going to take some of these. I know we are going to need them, and we also need always more of this for just the beginning. Oh, and that one. Yes. Maybe even one of these. And we'll let the robots do the work. I could bring the buildertrons in here, but I don't think I need it. This isn't really a lot that needs to be built. That's... okay, so this is now getting done. Come on, build these out here. Right. Complete, complete, complete. And this is something that was only unique, or was unique to the other one. This will be kind of our standard build, I imagine, when it's 4 inbounds, 1 outbound. That's going to be a bit more common as we progress to more advanced products. And then we will need to go here. All of this will be pretty low quantity, so I'm going to take like this standardized build, I would say. That would actually be nice to have. Wouldn't it be nice to have this as a standardized build? I think that would be nice. Something we're probably going to need a lot of time. Let's actually do that. Let's do that and make it standardized. Because this is pretty much a standard build. So I'll put it, do we want to put it in here? Yeah. And I'll do an unload because it's unloading. And this will be the majority one we are going to use. Let's try that on our build so that we can try to formalize things a bit. I think I actually need to make subtle changes because I don't want this to be setting up to something specific. Oh, okay. Well, I forgot to take the name, so unload 4 lanes. That's just what we call it now. And let's see, any other things that would need to be part of this? No, not really. I'll do this again. Oh. Oh. Now we're just completing it. Hold on, that's going to be done in a better way. That one. There. Don't have this one in. Remember the train stop names. All good. Generic unload station. Yes, please. There. Oh, you might have been like yelling at me for ages to do that. And I will be taking here. And it's going to be one more generic unload, one more generic unload, and one more generic unload. And then we'll be putting in the inputs. And of course, we will have too many lanes. That's not really enough. Go. All right, let's see. So what are the things we want to have? We want one... Well, we now know we have the stations. That's good. But we don't know what the actual build is going to be look like. So luckily we have our master classes, which will help us a bit, but not entirely for this build. I'm just going to cut this out. This was maybe just a bit. So what if we go into this one again and then say, let's cut out this part. Because that actually gets in the way of tiling it. There. Of course, what we're still missing is, yeah, a lot of the bounce this. And what I can do is I will take exactly the same as this here. Maybe even like this. Can we do it? Almost. And probably only one lane. And this one should not be green. It should be blue. I love the fact that we can use our existing designs. This is one of the things that I always try to do, is using existing designs and make sure that we are so reuse much of it. The reusing has two advantages. One is if you build something and design it properly, then you can use it many times. It saves a lot of time, but it also increases the recognizability of the base. You will be seeing the same stations over and over, so it makes more sense what they're actually doing. Now, I'm going to disable my roboports. And okay, by the way, we have probably something done up here. Oh, let's enable. Yeah, they're just slowly getting there, slowly getting there. This one is, well, it should be getting something, but yeah, it's not really happening. This one. Okay, we can get a few more. There's definitely going to be a lot. What about here? Do we have... We have 59,000. Okay, so it's not really a problem with that. What about the robots? We have 10,000 construction bots, but they're not actually doing anything. Huh. Why are they not doing anything? They should have plenty of things to do. Odd. That sometimes happens. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to find our masterclass builds that you will be familiar with, maybe. And we're going to be stamping this one down. And just without having the roboports enabled, we're just going to see what it looks like. It definitely needs to go pretty far down here to make room for all the good stuff on the other side. Okay, so this thing here is producing 22.5. So that means if for my build, I need to do 2 of these. Now, this is one build that is repeated again and again and again. But what we've kind of found out is that these repeated builds are not... They will draw too much from one side. So what if instead we build... We're going to have 6 columns So we then build them in pairs of 2. So it's 2 plus 2 plus 2. I think that's going to be better. And that means one of these has to be rotated. First of all, we're going to take this one out. Everything's just be better if it's rotated. And let's see what we get in on each line. This input here must be the sulfur and that one. So I want these to be as close to each other as possible, right? Or what is on the other lane? Oh, the other lane is iron and copper coming in, or iron and steel coming in next to each other. So that's also really nice to have. I guess what I need to do is this part. I take this out and then I do a quick flip. Oh man, I love that function. In the beginning, when it was just added, I was like, ah, well, what are we going to use it for? There. So now that's flipped. That means I can say, for example, here. There. That'll be iron, that'll be steel. Absolutely. And probably something like, as far as possible, we'll do this. Because I also need the same thing for this belt, which will be... can I then build it here, I guess? Something like this. And that will be one more thing. Yes. Okay, so we'll have 2 closer ones will be not like this. This will probably be sulfur. Sulfuric acid. No, sulfur. Yes. Which is going to be like very low quantity or low value or low something. So let's look at it. We have to double this because this is for 22.5 and I need 45 per second. So I'm only going to use like 15, 16 sulfur per second. That's not much. I am going to need... Yeah, okay, 16 sulfur per second. That means it's 1 belt of sulfur. Good. And up here we're going to have 3 lanes maybe of red circuits. It's not going to be 3 full lanes, but it's just going to be really nice to do that. And then we get the problem. What about the... Here, 12. So times 2. It's still less than 1 belt. So I can have 1 belt of steel going into that one. It needs to be able to jump, which it is not able to do. Jump in there. Whether this is 2 or 3. If I do this 2 lanes, then it's still going to be the same. Right, 2 lanes. And then do some kind of weird things here. Yep. I think the whole thing needs to be moved down a bit. And then I need... How close can we make... We have to have 2 spaces between them. So basically I'm going to have 1, 2 spaces. That one. 2 spaces, 1, and then 1, 2, 3. This will be the iron lanes. I will get 1 iron lane for each. How much iron do I need? I need a total of 62 times 2. So that's 3 lanes. Okay, so it's pretty obvious, for me at least, that this thing needs to be going as far down as it can. This is where it was. 1, 2. That one. Yes. That's not how it's going to be, but okay. Maybe 1 up. Maybe 1 up. This is the tricky part. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the very furthest down it can go. No, this is actually too far. This is with 1 space. That's with 2 spaces. Because I really feel that I need to be able to do something like this. And then I need the other one coming in as well, or the other two coming in as well. They all need to merge into one lane at some point. So I can do that. It could even be like something like this. I don't mind jumping there. That's definitely doable. There's 1, 2, 3. Actually, the whole thing that needs to go one down. Ah, come on. That one. That is as far down as I can reasonably take it. Yeah. And up here, I'm going to be deleting the stuff that's already built. Just trying to figure out. I love the fact that you can't delete ghosts when you're holding it down and only deleting. Okay, so let's see. We are going to have basically this thing here built here. This is why you build everything with ghosts in the beginning, because it's bound to be moved one tile, and I don't want to build the whole damn thing yet. So this is also not good. I'll do this is steel, and then 1, 2, 3. That's a bit high up, but I don't think I can do any different. All right, that's I guess this is how I want it then. Sulfuric acid comes in here, or sulfur comes in, red circuits comes in here. I will do... Well, the rest of the red circuits, that red circuit goes in here, that sulfur goes in here. This one will be probably for this. And then come on, like this, maybe? Yes. Then jump in here and get the rest of the way. Yes. These two move on. And I could also just take 3 lanes out here. Wouldn't that be just simpler? It doesn't need to be 3 lanes, but it just fills it up and then it goes straight in here. I like it. I like it. All right, and then this part here will be copied one more time and one more time. And you know what? I'm going to get my building buddies up here because this is going to be a massive build. Looks good. That needs to go out. I'll take these out as well. And that's going to be a turn. And for the last one, just go straight in. Next one will be the red, which will go here. And the other red and oh, like, okay, I think I want to do this consistent. Okay. And just have to be really careful here, and I don't want to build anything that's not necessary yet. If I go onwards, and then it can actually go all the way down there. I just don't like making an underground from here and there just for no reason. And the last bit, that's where's that coming? That's coming here. What? No, 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 for that one. And inbound this one. Funny how I'm actually doing it this way. It doesn't matter. There. Yep, that's looking good. And for this part here, I can just take something out. These will go on either side. I just have to figure out where I want this to be built. Next one is steel, so this needs to be smaller than this. also say. This will just be a normal... I only need one lane. I know some people don't like this bouncer, but too bad, I do. That one. And if you go up here, in there, that would also imply, I think, that this one should be like this. Because then there's two different here. I'll do that as well there. Ah, why is there only one difference here? Ah, no, where's my symmetry gone? Yeah, well, it's because I chose not to do a 2-lane. If I did 2 lanes here, this one would take majority of the first lane. This one would take the majority of the second lane, and then the rest would merge together. Let's do that instead. Yeah. See, now it's symmetries go. No. Don't care. This has to go to that one, which is again going away. This is much easier with robots, or with robots, but that's not. And this is a 2, so again, what if I move over here and then re-enable this? Ah, see, they still really want to go out. This one, go here. That's the sulfuric acid. This one will be like the too smaller. I'm gonna take that out. That location. And then we have some of the more important and esoteric things remaining for this build, and that's the hooking it up to the dashboard. That's really important, because that's without the dashboard then it really doesn't make any sense. Good. Now the one thing we don't have yet is how are we going to get this outbound? So we are going to get this. This is. Do I really? I could also do it like this, because they're gonna go out from once. They're going to be coming out from one side each. So I can do something like this. That one. I think that's a bit too many weird wrinkles. What if I just do this? And then jump under. Yes, and then this can go. Yeah. And in this point, I will be doing balancing. Ooh, no. That was exactly as far out as we could possibly make it. There. Gonna be a full lane coming in. Let's adjust all the names and all of that. This is gonna be exactly the same as the other two. 32. 16 on the train. Yeah. And these have to be adjusted as well. Blue. There, and inbound. Obviously nothing yet. This will be... let's get the stations from the top. The top station will be... that'll be an inbound for iron. Yes, please. And that means this part here will be inbound for iron. That will be 72. It'll be 32,000 and 3. Yes. And this will then also communicate outbound. And I'm going to need to get that into somewhere. That one. And that one. This is on the red wire. Red. Red. I can see there's already a demand. Get that demand in there. Next one will be the steel. So let's change this to a steel build. That one. Looking good. And again, you can copy the quantities here, 72, and this will be outputting the steel demand. It is currently not powered. Okay, so I think I forgot something in the blueprint. There. That's also communicating. What, 2 steel? Good. Next one will be, that's going to be one of the worst ones. The red circuits, they are going to be hungry. And this will now be correct, 144. I will output red. And I guess we still have to get it up to that one. There. And I'm going to take the other one. Yeah. Yes, red is 2. Got it. Q. Last one will be, I don't think I have, well, I know I don't have it, so let's build it. That's just going to be sulfur inbound. Don't have that requested anywhere. And there's also a change with the stop. This is fine. And this will be even less, actually. Because it's only stacks to 50, so it's only going to be 35,000, and this is going to be like 16,000. 16, yes. And I will then communicate out here. Will it communicate 3? No, it's communicating 2. Is that because I set the limit, maximum limit as 2? Oh, because it can only put 2 in here, yeah. And from here, to here, to here. And that's now, let's do this one. Output on the green. I think everything is working. Let's build the roboports. Somewhere like this. Is that a, it's not even getting further enough up there, so that doesn't matter. We'll build it here. We'll build it up there. We'll build it. Guess that's gonna be fine. And yeah, and this one also pulls back to match the other one. Good. Power pole, power pole, power pole, and power pole. There, everything is powered, everything is good. I only need to get rid of or implement this. Aha, hold on. Hold on. We have just a tiny little thing that isn't done yet. And that is this part. Let's get our buildertron in here and help. That is super important. I'll get the buildertrons over to build that before going back in here. Come on, just anyone fly that way. Any single one. There, that was all I needed. And then I will build, I'll send this one home. Because I know right now it's already en route, and all the other ones, they're also coming. Okay, I hope it works. This is always the interesting part. I build things and I set them all up, and then we just hope the whole thing works. There. Maybe I need to, I'll run around here and see if there's things that this one can help with. Might be some things missing. It's a big build. Oh, look at the reds already coming in. The reds one are the closest one. And iron is coming in. Problem that iron is not being done up here. Let's get up there first and make sure this gets built so they can come in at least. Come on, robots. Don't tell me you're missing something. I also know that one can be built. There. Yes. Okay. So that should be all the inbound. What are we missing here? A lot of blue. Who in their right mind would make a build like this? There we go. I didn't have a single assembler insert up because I was using blue inserters. Who would want to use that? Anything missing? Anything missing? Nope, nothing missing. Great. Excellent. Let's see if things are now working outbound or if there's a little glitch here. Okay, we're still missing the sulfur, and that's why things are not coming in. Why are we missing sulfur? I have a funny idea. That's because there are no sulfur trains. So let's build a couple of sulfur trains. Really? Do we have that? No, we don't. Nope, we don't. Okay. Let's see how much we have here in sulfur. We have 2 waiting. So I guess I built a train here for going to sulfur. It is the first time we use it, so that makes kind of sense there. And go to empty. Great. Copy, paste. That's 2. That's probably enough. Yeah, so this is now working until we get the last bits in and out. Everything else seems to work. I will send you down here to do that while we wait for the rest of it to come in. I will also send that one to make a full lane, and up here as well. Just needs a bit of a nudge to get the rest of it going. I can, however, start building. That's a lot of blueprints we have in this one. I hope you are using these blueprints. There. That's all of these can be done. All of these can be done. We'll wait for the rest. That one can also be done. That one can also be done. And then it's just waiting for the rest to go in. We always want the robots to be busy. As soon as we do the next thing, it's going to be so much faster to build here than it is on the other side. So this right hand side will catch up. While we're waiting for the sulfur train to come in, they are coming in. Let's see if they're doing stuff. They really decided to go in on the same train. That's kind of useless, isn't it? This one should have gone into the other station, but okay. I could limit it to 1, but I don't think that matters. I think it was because it was not there, but if there was a train at that station, it would already have preferred to send it to the other one, I think. And this goes with 16, good. And how much do we have remaining here? We have 24,000, so I can also load this. It doesn't load particularly fast, but that doesn't really matter. What it says, this is 1.2. Attacks, they are just the way they are. And what I can do with this is simply just take one big line and oops, like that maybe. Like that, and my headphones are again running out of power. Why are they not building? Do they not have that? Oh, they do, but it's someone has been issuing a million commands, and because of that, they are sort of waiting to be blue there, and this one. Blue. There. And this one will eventually cycle. These will cycle through and allow these to go in. But that's okay. Oh, look at it. We got our sulfur coming in. Everything is coming in. Looking nice. And we start seeing blue signs coming out. It's going to take quite a while to fill up the blue signs. Also, since this one is... Let's have a look at how much it actually is doing now. It's doing 2,700 per minute. So this is only half of what we have for the other ones. But what I want to do is I want to build this base up to building 2,700 for each. And then only once that is done will I try to double it. But the red and green signs were so small that there was really no point in not building them to double scale. But the rest will be, this is the last one we can make that's only going to be here. The next ones will have multiple items in, like green, the yellow signs, purple signs, and space signs. They will all need 2 locations to do that, and that's a lot. So that's going to be a different challenge, and something we'll definitely have to deal with later on. We still have the blue one not working, so that's something at some point we want to just throw in an extra blue one, because the blue one just can't keep up. The reason it can't keep up is, of course, because, yeah, this is where we used... Okay, here, it just came in just as I was saying it. And that's also why this is lighting up blue, because over here by the good old blue signs, how much do we have? We have a total of 2,000. It's coming in, it's nice and all, but it definitely needs to be doubled. Not something we're going to do right now. What about this? Is it? Yeah, it's built like the first thing, so we can just slowly move on to the next. And you can see it gets in here, but at some point it probably won't be able to keep up. Oh, maybe it is. Well, let's give it a shot and just move down. Great. What about up here? Do we have the things we need? This is just usual kind of things there. Over on this side, this is also usual kind of things. Yeah, I think it's fine. All the 10,000 robots are building, and that's excellent. At some point, I'll have to take this out because it becomes too much of a strain to render all of this. But that's not right now. Science. Blue science. This looks like a fully solid belt, and it comes in. You can see it staggers just a bit here to merge in. But I think ultimately it'll be pretty good. This one will obviously stagger a bit because idle. Would it be better if I prioritized this one inbound? No, this the other one will stagger too much. I think it's actually fine the way it was before. Because the one that potentially stagger also has a bit of a more of a lane buffer before it goes in and stops the build here. But everything looks absolutely phenomenal. Everything is working. Or they're all churning, chugging along. And the build is complete. If you are sort of interested more in the details of how I designed this, well, that's where the master class specifically for this one comes in handy, and you can just go into sort of the details of how we designed this. But once it's designed, there's no reason not to use it again. This is being filled up. How much we got? 6,000 already. That is excellent. Do I, for the other ones, have I have trains waiting? I don't think that's a good idea, but I'll do it anyway. There, and the only problem with having these trains available is that they are consuming a lot. There. Oh, it's not loading then. It says destination full. Of course it does. Because this one is not actually accepting any inputs because it's not full yet. Good. But everything is working. We could expect to see red circuits are running out because we are now consuming a lot of it. Well, yeah, we are consuming a lot, but we also have a massive buffer build up. That's going to be the way we wrap up this episode. I hope you have enjoyed this episode and that we are back to the regular scheduled program in terms of Factorio. I'm going to be back here on Sunday with the next episode, and then we're going to continue as usual with the 2 times a week. If you like it, hit the like button. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. There will always be someone new watching in one of these videos for the first time. Maybe that's you. If it is, then leave a comment below or not. I will see you guys next time. Take care and stay effective.